सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। दक्षिणामूर्तिस्तोत्रम्, verse 9. Together we chant. Bhurambhansalo dilombaramah natho himamshu kumar vidyabhati characharatmakamidam yasyaiva mutyashtakam नान्यत् किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्मात् विभोः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। आदि शंकराचार्य in his Dakshinamurti Stotram brought out the entire Vedantic teaching in the form of Tattvamasi Mahavakyam. Tat means Paramatma, Tvam means Jivatma. Both are identical, one and the same. After introducing this Mahavakya in first 3 verses, he said that Atma is in the form of Sat, Sadatma Rupena, and Nana Chidra Khatodara. In that sloka he presented as Chidatma Rupena. One Atma itself appears in the form of Sat existence, and the same Atma appears in the form of Chit also, Chaitanya Rupena. Where it appears? It appears in the world, in the Nama Rupa Jagat. That visible universe, what you are seeing, is nothing but that Sadatmakam Jagat and Chidatmakam Jagat. Sadrupena and Chidrupena, behind in every Nama Rupa Karma. Since that Atma is formless, if you want to recognize or discover that Atma, through the Nama Rupa alone you can grasp. Nama Rupa Karma Dvara, you claim that Atma is my real nature. Nama Rupas are given, name and forms are given in this universe for only one purpose, that is to gain the knowledge or to claim I am that Sat Chit Ananda. That can be attained only through Mahavakya Jnana. Then he presented that Atma is in the form of Ishvara and in the form of Jivaha. In the 5th verse he presented that Atma is, with the help of Maya and its Vikshepa Shakti, Brahman make use of that, or Brahman associated with Maya and Vikshepa Shakti of Maya he creates this universe. Brahman becomes Ishvara when he operates that Vikshepa Shakti of Maya. Maya is his own power. Brahman is Anadi, beginningless. Maya is also Anadi, beginningless. Maya is always with Brahman. At no time Maya is separate from Brahman. It cannot exist separate from Brahman. Therefore, Maya is always with Brahman. That Brahman associated with Maya means making use of that Maya, he becomes Ishvaraha. Maya Sahitam Brahma is called Ishvara. That Ishvara alone is called Paramatma, the God, the Lord, whom we call as Srishtikarta, Sthitikarta, Layakarta, that Bhagavan. The cause of this universe, Ishvara is the causal universe. Ishvara alone is the cause of this universe. Means universe is Karyam, Ishvara is Karanam. Then we have to go next step. Once Ishvara is Karanam, universe is Karyam. Karyam doesn't exist separate from Karanam. Karya Jagat, universe, can never separately exist or independently it can never exist free from Karana Ishvara. That means Ishvara alone appearing as Karana, Ishvara alone is appearing as Karya Jagat. You need not search for Ishvara. Our Shastra says everything is Ishvara, Isya Vasyamidam. That word is used in Ishavasyopanishad because Ishvara is the cause, Jagat is the effect. Just as the ornaments are never existing separately, independent of cause, that is gold, they don't have their own existence at all. Gold alone is appearing as ornaments. Ornaments do not have separate existence on their own. Gold alone has got the new name called ornament. Ornament is called effect. Gold is called cause. So cause alone is appearing as effect. Cause alone is appearing as the effect. Therefore, effect is another form of the cause. We can say effect, ornament is another form of the cause. Or cause alone is in the form of effect. Ornament alone is gold. Gold alone is ornament. But when ornament comes, it has got a new name, new form, new function. Nama, Rupa, Karma. The moment the cause becomes manifest as the Karyam product, the product gets new name, bangle, chain, like that. And form is different, therefore name is also different. Bangle is not ornament, bangle is not ring, ring is not bangle, bangle is not chain, chain is not ring or bangle. So Nama Bheda Because Rupa Bhedat. Because Rupa is different, therefore Nama also different. Not only Nama, Rupa, Bheda, Karma Bheda also is there. Their function. You wear a chain, big haram you wear in the neck. Bangle you wear to your hand. Ring you wear to your finger. Their function is to wear that part of the body. Function also different. But Nama, Rupa, Karma, Bheda, what is the intrinsic nature, essential nature of that ornament? We know it is gold alone. Similarly, in this world also, Nama, Rupas are different. 84 lakhs of species, different names. Other than species, there are so many inert objects. Hundreds, thousands and millions of names and forms are there. Therefore, hundreds and millions of names are also there. Whole dictionary is what? Names. You are seeing the world means what? Nothing else. You are seeing names and forms. Along with the names and forms, when you are seeing their karma also, their function also. Each object has got its own function. Other object cannot do that function. Screwdriver can do only that screwing function, not driving function of the car. Screwing. So each object has its own function. It cannot do another function you use, even though screwdriver used for many purposes, but you cannot do properly. Therefore, Nama, Rupa, Karma, they are all there in the universe. What we are seeing, effect is nothing but Ishvara. One gold like Ishvara alone appearing as different Nama Rupas, ornaments like Nama Rupas. Because Karanam alone is appearing as Karyam. What is the corollary you have to derive from this? Never claim this is mine, anything in the world. Never claim this is mine. For that purpose only this much I am explaining. Never claim this is mine, this body is mine, this house is mine. என்னுடையது అని சொல்றதுக்கு ஒண்ணுமே இல்லை అని புரிஞ்சுக்கணும் first. Because everything belongs to Ishvara. Nothing belongs to you. Everything belongs to that Karana Ishvara. That is why for every Nama Rupa we do Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. Namaste Vayo, Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi. All these Panchabhutas also Ishvara only. That is presented in 9th verse, which I introduced in the last class. Jiva is overpowered by Avarana Shakti. Therefore, Jiva has to worship Ishvara, who is not concealed by Avarana Shakti. Ishvara is Sarva Shaktiman, Sarva Vyapi, Sarva Bhutantaratma. Ishvara is all pervading, but Jiva is all pervading. Jiva is small, Ishvara is all. SM is our property. SM is small, all irkira SM. We are small, alpagnaha, alpicient I am, very limited. limited knowledge I have got. Every human being has got limited knowledge, limited pervasiveness, knowing very little. What is the reason? Because Avarana Shakti is covering. I am overpowered by Avarana Shakti of Maya. That is called Avidya. We are all born with some property. I am inherited with my grandparents' property, some people say. I am inherited with my great-grandparents' property. Before your parents, grandparents' property coming to you, you have inherited some another thing. You have inherited from many janmas, you have inherited one thing, that is ignorance, self-ignorance. Every human being born with ignorance. That is our original property. Recognize that as early as possible. How to recognize? One has got that ignorance. You recognize by knowing that your dukkha, your sorrow, your insecurity, your fear, and your finitude, limitation, all these are the symptoms, indications that you are self-ignorant. These are the indications. Nothing else is required. You need not go to any doctor. You need not go to any psychologist, physicist. That inner fear, inner insecurity, inner unhappiness, inner anxiety, inner stress, all these are the indications, clues to know that I am self-ignorant. You yourself is the proof for your ignorance. Then how to remove that ignorance? Shankaracharya prescribed a sadhana here. May you meditate, worship that Vishwarupa Ishvara. That Ishvara who is not only Ekarupa, he is in the form of earth, bhu, ambhamsi, in the form of water. You worship water, who is none other than Ishvara. Analaha, in the first line, Bhurambhamsa nalo nilombara mahan. Analaha means fire. Wherever the fire you see, the heat principle, that is Ishvara. Then Anilaha, Vayu, air principle, because of whom you are surviving. That prana vayu is going on inside. Anilaha. The entire universe is surviving. May you worship that Anilaha Vayu. Don't take it as granted. Never pollute the air by smoking or doing so many other things. Never pollute the air, never pollute the water. You cannot pollute the fire, thank God. Never pollute the earth by putting all chemicals. You are polluting the earth, you are polluting the air, you are polluting the water. It is danger to your health. Therefore, worship. This is given by our Sanatana Dharma. Why you have to worship water, fire, air, earth? Because you are made out of 5 elements. Your body is solidly made out of 5 elements. This body is existing because of 5 elements. Ambaram, Akasha, you are staying, your body is residing in the Akasha. You have space in your stomach also. That is why you are sending 2 idlis, 3 idlis. Suppose space is not there, how can you send that food inside? You cannot send anything. Space is outside also, inside also. Therefore, may you worship that space, air, fire, water and earth as Ishvara. Bhuram bhansya nalo nilombara maha. Then worship Aharnathaha, the day god, Surya Bhagavan, may you worship, because of whom we are getting food, because of whom we are surviving. You worship him, do Surya Namaskar every day. Bhuvpadau yasya nabhir viyad asura nilas chandra surya ucha netre. In one shloka, dhyana shloka, they have kept the same shloka. And moon also, the one who gives very cool rays, Himamsun. The first line, Ambaram plus Aharnadhaha, Himamsu, Chandraha, then Puman, the Jivas. All the Jivas may you worship, all sentient beings as Bhagavan. Puman means Jivatma, not only human beings, all 84 lakhs of species. Bhoktru Prapancha, the one who experienced the world, the Bhogya Prapancha. All the 5 elements, sun, moon, come under Bhogya Prapancha. Experiencing world. You are the experiencer. All species are also experiencing the world. Therefore, Chetana Prapancha, Chara, Acharam, moving and non-moving. Even plants, even though they are non-moving, they are all come under Jivas only. Chetana. Second line he say, Iti Abhati Characharam Idam. Idam Jagat, this universe, Abhati, appears. Whatever is appearing in front of you, Charam and Acharam. Some objects are Acharam, non-moving. Acharam means non-moving, mic stand, fan, light, bulb, carpet, house, all are non-moving. Thank God for our sake only. And Charam, the beings, human beings, all other species are Charam, movable, moving. Mobile and immobile. Mobile means not your mobile. Moving Jivas, mobile. Idam Jagat. Yasya eva Murti Ashtakam. Murti means forms. All these 5 elements, Chandra, Surya and all Jivas are 8-fold manifestations of Yasya Ishvarasya, Karana Ishvarasya Eva. Therefore, you, the body-mind complex, are also not your own. You cannot claim this is also belong to Ishvara only. 8-fold manifestations of God. Therefore, we say Deho Devalayaha, Ishvaraha, Sajivaha, Kevala Shivaha. We say this body, never claim this body is yours. This belongs to Bhagavan. Nothing is there to claim as yours. Remember. Murti Ashtakam. Ashtamurti Vrit Deva Pujanam. Jagata Ishadhi Yukta Sevanam. Ashtamurti Vrit Deva Pujanam. Ramana Maharshi says in Upadesa Saram, Jagat Ishvara Bhavena, you worship the world, universe, beings, objects as Ishvara. Ashtamurti. This is called Vishwarupa Dhyana Sadhana. Ekarupa is for Manda Adhikaris. Very gross-minded people. Always Ekarupa Ishvaras are narrow-minded. Veera Shaivam, Veera Vaishnavam, All of them, they will never allow other God. They're always narrow-minded, always focusing on their own God. But in Vishwarupa, Aneka Rupa Ishvara, Ishvara alone is Vishnu, Ishvara alone is Shivaha, Shivaha eva Vishnuhu, Vishnuhu eva Shivaha. That is called Vishwarupam. Aneka Rupam, you require expansion of mind. It is more generous heart and expansive mind alone can accept Vishwarupa Ishvara. That is said in that second, third line, after knowing this Vishwarupa Ishvara alone. So therefore Vishwarupa Ishvara Upasana is a corridor like between Ekarupa and Arupa. The journey is from one Ishtadevata Prarthana to Aneka Rupa Ishvara. That God alone is in the form of world, Jagat. This Vishwarupa Ishvara alone is really speaking formless, Arupa, Satchitrupena. You come finally to that when you become a Uttama Adhikari. So Uttama Adhikaris are very, very less. Madhyama Adhikaris, they themselves are very less. What to talk of Uttama Adhikari? For Mandha Adhikari, Ekarupa Ishvara. For Madhyama Adhikari, Vishwarupa Ishvara, for worship. And for Uttama Adhikari, Arupa Ishvara. For Arupa Ishvara, you have to refine your personality. You have to refine your mind, you have to refine your intellect, you have to refine the Panchakoshas. The more you refine, you are eligible for Arupa. That's why many people are still in Ekarupa and Vishwarupa, means they need some more time to mature to come to Arupa Jnanam. Arupa Ishvara Jnanam comes how? Next shloka he is going to explain that. Now, third line you see, Na anyat kinchana vidyate vimrishatam. Whoever knows this, vimrishatam means the one who does this enquiry into Ishvara's nature, vimrishatam. For those people who does enquiry, analysis through Shastra and Guru's help. Vimrishatam, for them, kinchana na anyat vidyate. There is nothing else other than Ishvara. Vishwarupa Ishvara. So Ekarupa is included in Vishwarupa. Rama is included in Vishwarupa. Shiva is included in Vishwarupa. Krishna is included in Vishwarupa. Devi is also included in Vishwarupa. Vishwam eva rupam yasya saha. Vishwarupa. That alone is presented as Ashtamurti here. That Ashtamurti is Dakshinamurti in this stotram. That people, whoever knows there is nothing else other than this Ishvara, na anyat kinchana vidyate. Yasmat parasmat vibhoho. From this all-pervading Ishvara, Karana Ishvara, there is nothing else. Other than this Karana Ishvara, who is all-pervading in all forms, in the form of all products, there is nothing else. Parasmat vibhoho. Vibho means what? Vividham bhavati iti vibhuhu. Vividham bhavati. Karana Ishvara is one who becomes many. Vividham bhavati. Parasmat vibhoho. Other than that all-pervading Karana Ishvara, who is appearing in manifold ways, there is nothing else in this universe. That is why you are also included in that Karana Ishvara. Your body, your mind, your individuality, everything is included in that only. This is called real dasoham bhavana. Dasoham bhavana, surrendering to God, comes only through this understanding, not by just verbal lip movement. Oh God, I am surrendering to you. Sharanagati. What is real Sharanagati? I am dropping my individuality. I am so and so. My body, my mind, my family, my children. That mineness, the day you drop, you are doing real surrender to the God. That is real Sharanagati, born out of clear understanding. Until that time, there is no real surrender to Ishvara. Nothing else is there for me to claim, hey Bhagavan, everything is yours. How can I claim? It is my foolishness. If I claim anything is mine, my son, my daughter, my house, it is showing our foolishness. Therefore, I don't want to claim. I am surrendering to you. With this 9th verse is over. This is the sadhana. One has to worship that Vishwarupa Ishvara. Panchamaha yajnas all meant to do Vishwarupa Dhyanam, Vishwarupa Puja. Manava Seva, Madhava Seva included in that Vishwarupa only. Bhuta Daya, Bhuta Seva, also Bhuta Yajna included in this Vishwarupa only. Pitru Yajnam also included in this Vishwarupa only. Daiva Puja also included in this Vishwarupa only. So everything is included in Vishwarupa. Now we'll go to the last and final verse. So what is the 4th line? To such Lord who is appearing in 8-fold forms, my salutations to him, to that Dakshinamurti. Dakshinamurti is that Karana Ishvara who is appearing as the word Nama Rupa Jagat. Next verse we will read together. 10th verse. Sarvatmattvamiti sputikritamidam yasmadamushminstave tenasya shravanatadarthamananat dhyanachya sankirtanat sarvatmattvamahavibhuti sahitam Syadishwaratvam swataha siddhe tat punarashtadha parinatam chaishwaryamam vyahatam. Shankaracharya concludes the teaching that he has given in the above 9 verses. Whoever knows in this manner, worship the Lord Dakshinamurti in this manner as Ashtamurti, 8-fold formed Lord, whoever worship and whoever understand him as Sat and Chit, and whoever understand nothing is different from that Ishvara, whoever understand. What is the final understanding? Sarvatmatvam iti. Iti means evam, in this manner. Iti is equal to evam. Evam means in this manner. In this manner means what manner? As said above 9 verses. whoever understands in this manner, what we have understood finally, Sarvatmatvam we have understood. Sarvatmatvam means what? Sarvam Atma iti. Sarvam Atma iti tattvam sarvatmatvam. Everything is Atma only. Because Nama, Rupa, Karma is Maya, it is Mithya, they are not countable. Whatever you are seeing is Maya. Nama Rupa belongs to Maya. Whatever you are seeing is nothing but a form which has got a name and it has got its function. That belongs to Maya part. Maya is Vyavaharika Satyam. Atma is Paramarthika Satyam. Absolute reality. Maya is a relative reality, Vyavaharika Satyam, a lower order of reality. It cannot be countable. Therefore, don't carried away by Nama Rupa Karma. Don't carried away by the forms and names. But you look into that, the essence of that Nama Rupa, that is Sat and Chit. In Acharam, in Jadavastu, Sadatma Rupena. In Charavastu, moving pranis, you see as Chidatma Rupena also. Chidrupena, Satrupena, may you understand. Evam, in this manner, Sarvatmatvam. Everything is Atma, Atma, Atma only. What is Atma? Why it is called Atma? That Sat Chit, why it is called Atma? Sat Brahma, Chit Brahma, Chaitanyam Brahma, Sadrupam Brahma. Why it is called Atma? Apnoti Sarvam iti Atma. Atma means what? Self means what? Inner essential nature is the meaning. Apnoti Sarvam iti Atma. Sat is pervading the entire object. Every Nama Rupa, just as gold pervade every object, every ornament, Sat is pervading every object. In this body also, when you say am, நான் இருக்கேன், அந்த இருக்கிற தன்மை, இருப்புதல் is called Sat. I am conscious of, I am aware of this body. That consciousness is called Chit. Therefore, this Sat Chit is nothing but Atma, because it is pervading entire Nama Rupa. Therefore, Sarva Atmatvam. Sadrupena, Chidrupena, Sarva. Behind every Nama Rupa, this Atma is there. Whoever understands in this manner, Sarvatmatvam iti Yasmat amushmin stave sputikritam idam. Why we have to study this Phalasruti he is giving? What is the benefit of studying Dakshinamurti Stotra? Yasmat, by studying this Dakshinamurti Stotram in this manner, by understanding in this manner, what is given in this Stavam, in this Stotram, Stava, stu dhatu, to praise, to glorify. We have glorified Dakshinamurti, who is none other than Ashtamurti, who is none other than Sat Chit Bhagavan. Arupa, Vishwarupa, Ekarupa. Dakshinamurti is Ekarupa. If you go to any temple, outside that Garbhagriha, and its walls, you see one side of the wall, you can see Dakshinamurti. Dakshinamurti is Ekarupa. Same Dakshinamurti is Ashtamurti, Vishwarupa. Same Dakshinamurti is Sarvatmatma, Arupam. Atma Rupena Asti. Sat Chit no form. To recognize that Sat and Chit, the entire Nama Rupa is given for you. But you are trapped by Nama Rupa, you have forgotten Sat Chit. Even Guru is talking about that Atma for decades and decades, again and again. We are not catching the point, not putting the ball in the goal, only hitting the ball all the time. He is a very good player. When he is a good player, he has to put the ball in the goal finally. All Ajnanis are hitting the ball like not knowing the ball is given for putting in that goal. What is the goal? Moksha goal. This Nama Rupa given to you, another Nama Rupa given to you in front, only to recognize this fact. Iha chet Adha satyamasti nave. If you do not know this, it is a great vinasti, maha nashtam, great loss. Iha ched avedit atha satyamasti nached iha vedit mahati vinashtihi Kenopanishad. But we don't take those statements seriously. First of all, we don't understand that Kenopanishad statement when Guru was talking. By that time we recognize 15 years over, and again I have to start from the scratch, the teaching, learning. That's what Lord Shankaracharya says in second line. So yasmat amushmin stave, amushmin adas dhatu sakarantaha pullingaha adas shabdaha amushmin saptami vibhakti ekavachanam. Amushmin stave. In this Dakshinamurti Stotram, Dakshinamurti Ashtakam name also given. I said it is Stotram. Some people call it as Ashtakam because he is seen as Ashtamurti. That is why it can be called as Ashtakam also. It is not wrong because Ashtamurti is given, mentioned in the sloka. Therefore, Dakshinamurti Ashtakam, like Ashtakam means not 8 verses. There Ashtakam means Ashtamurti. Amushmin stave, in this Dakshinamurti above mentioned, said slokas, we have to study because idam sfutikritam, sarvatmatvam sfutikritam. Atma is everywhere. That is clearly, crystal clear, evident, presented in this stotram. Have you got that clear knowledge now? If you have received that knowledge, if you have not received, what you have to do? Second line he gives. If you receive that knowledge, benefit, Phalashruti given in third line and fourth line. What is second line? Suppose you have not received, in spite of this explanation by your teacher, this stotra, you have not received fully, you have not got that knowledge. Aham Brahma Asmi, Aham Satyam Jagan Mithya. I, the Atma, am Satyam. I am not the body-mind complex. It is my instrument. Mithya, Maya, Panchabhuta Shariram, this is. Behind this, I, the Sat Chit, I am the truth. Aham Satyam. I am the reality. I am the truth of this entire universe, entire Nama Rupa. Aham Satyam. Jagat Nama Rupa Karma Mithya. Still, you are not able to claim like this. You have not received that much clarity. Still, you are hesitating, my dear. You can do what? Tena asya shravanat artha mananat dhyanat sankirtanat. You can attain this clarity. If you have attained, well and good. If not, may you repeatedly chant this Dakshinamurti Stotram every day. Shravanat, listen to Dakshinamurti Stotram again and again, repeatedly. Either through your notes you should read, or rewrite your notes, or listen to the CD, or listen to that class again and again which talks about this same subject in the next class also, in a different text. Shravanat, again and again, listening, repeatedly. Paunah punyena shravanam kuryat. Punah shravanam kuryat. May you listen again and again untiringly. Then artha mananat, for clarity, to remove your doubts. In spite of studying, still you have doubts, do that mananam for clarification. Artha mananat. You receive the artha, the meaning from Shravanam. Again you do mananam. Then dhyanat, do nididhyasanam. Nididhyasana means I am no more depending upon the world. Today onwards, I drop my world dependence. Job, profession, possession, family, children, body, mind, all anatmas, I drop my dependence. I depend upon God. World dependence to God dependence. That God will give you a guru and Shastra. You study Shastra, God dependence to self-dependence. Self-dependence is called independence. You are emotionally holding on to Bhagavan. That is called emotional walking stick, Bhagavan. Swamiji says, Bhagavan is serving like an emotional walking stick. Many people hold on to Bhagavan. Appane, appane, மேலே பார்த்துட்டே இருப்பான். பாரு பரவாயில்ல, கொஞ்ச நாள் பாரு, எத்தனை நாள் வேணுமோ அத்தனை நாள். Hold on to Bhagavan. But never depend upon the world for your security, happiness and peace. Depend upon Bhagavan. Worship Bhagavan. Meditate upon Bhagavan. Do japa, dhyana on Bhagavan, Ashtamurti. Then Bhagavan provide Guru, Shastra, you understand. Do dhyana. This is called contemplation. World dependence to God dependence to independence is called nididhyasanam. This chintanam, tat kathanam, anyonyam tat prabodhanam, etadeka paratvancha. One has to take up this. Brahmabhyasam, this is called Vidur Brudha. Either you do Brahmabhyasa, either Pashyan, Shrunvan, Sprishan, Jignan, walking time, any time you can remember your Guru's teaching. Or Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam, sit in one place and recollect the whole teaching. samadhi abhyasa rupa nididhyasana. Or we can take Shravana Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam, attending the classes again and again and again, as many classes as possible by that Guru where he is taking or she is taking. Shravanatva Samadhi Abhyasa Dwara you can do Nididhyasanam. And one more extra Acharya gives Sankirtanam. Sankirtanam means not bhajana, chanting only. Sankirtanam means sharing with others. Sankirtanam, talking about this subject with family members. Sankirtanam. The more you remember, you talk about this, you get assimilation. Sankirtanat asya. Tena means therefore, asya shravanat asya dakshinamurti stotra arthamananat asya dakshinamurti stotra nididhyasanat sankirtanat. What is the phalam? Sarvatmatvam mahavibhuti sahitam syad. This is the phalam. He will get mahavibhuti, a great glory that person will get, acquire. Sarvatmatvam mahavibhuti. What a vibhuti glory? He gets the knowledge that everything is Atma. That is a great glory, that phalam that student will receive, whoever understand, study, do Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam of this Dakshinamurti Stotram. They get this Shakti, knowing that Atma is everything, that Maha Vibhuti, they come to know what a Vibhuti of this Atma. It is Maha Vibhuti. Knowing that Atma is everything. Mayeva Sakalam Jatam, Mai Sarvam Pratishthitam. Not only that, Ishwaratvam Swataha. He get Ishwaratvam, overlordship. How much Ishvara power he is having, that much power this Upasaka or this meditator or this Shravana Manana Nididhyasaka gets that. Swataha Parameshwara Bhavam. Ishwaratva means Parameshwara Bhavam. Siddhet Punaha Tat Punaha Ashtadha Parinatam. Not only that, he will get Ashtasiddhis. Here Ashtasiddhis means we can take in two ways. Ashtasiddhis, 8 siddhis we can take. Or we can take that knowledge about Brahman. Ashtadha Parinatam Cha Aishwaram Avyahatam Aishwaram. Avyahata means obstacle free, without any obstacle. Without any obstacle. Avyahata means sada, nirantaram. Aishwaram. Aishwaryam means lordship. He become more powerful like Ishvara. We can take Ashtamu Siddhis also, but don't take literally every Dakshinamurti Stotram, everyone who chant get Ashtasiddhis. It is literally you need not take. That is also possible. Ashtamurti Upasana Ashtadha Parinatam, 8-fold powers. One meaning Ashtamurti Ashtasiddhis means Jnani will claim I am 8-fold Vishwarupa Ishvara. Like that we can do. What are the Ashtasiddhis? I will just enumerate. Not only he will know I am Atma, he will know that I am Ishvara. I am only Ishvara, I am only this Ashtamurti Jagat. I am only. I am not small, but I am all. Small to all is the shifting slowly. What are the Ashtasiddhis? Number one is Anima, the capacity to become small, minute. Anima. Mahima, second Siddhi, the capacity to expand, to become big. Laghima, the capacity to become light, like a cotton, very, very light, not in size. Size is as it is, but you become very light. Laghima. Then Garima. Garima means the capacity to become heavy. Garima. Heavy, heavy. Like Hanuman, whenever he wants to become heavy, he can become. Whenever he wants to become small, he can become. Whenever he wants to become light, also he can become. That's what he escaped from Surasa, Rakshasa, because of these 8 siddhis. Then fifth one is Praptihi. He reaches anywhere, wherever he wants, whatever he wants to get, wherever he reaches there. Anywhere to get anything, he reaches that capacity. Then sixth one is Prakamyam. Sureshwaracharya says Prakamya means capacity to laviate. In Manasollasa he talks about that. Laviation means flying capacity from the earth. Levitation. Attain other siddhis also, capacity to attain any power in the world. At his will, whatever he wants, at his will he can get. That is one. Then seventh one is Ishitvam, capacity to create anything, materializing things, like Vishwamitra created Trishanku Swarga, like that he Jnani, or this Upasaka, Ashtamurti, Devata Upasaka, the one who gets all this knowledge, he can materialize the things. Why people go to Mahatmas, you understand, Upasakas, great Bhaktas. If you seek their blessings, your all desires can be materialized. Your all desires can be fulfilled because they have that power, whether they show outside or not, but internally they have all these powers. If they think in their mind, the desire of this person should be fulfilled. If that Mahatma think like that, it happens. That all righteous, dharmic desires only. Okay. Then eighth and last one is Vashitvam, capacity to control, making sunrise to come and sunset also. At his will he can make sun to rise, sun to set. You know that many Mahatmas, Rishis have that power in our Puranas. And even rain also. Whenever he wants, rain comes. Whenever don't want, it won't come. Like that, powers. Anyhow, don't give much attention towards those siddhis. Okay, these are all possible. Therefore, what is the primary benefit we have to note? That is knowledge, Atmajnanam and Moksha. That is the final message of this Dakshinamurti Stotram. Self-knowledge and attainment of liberation, free from sorrow forever. With this, Dakshinamurti Stotram is over, written by Adi Shankaracharya. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namah.